Sales executives play a central role in driving revenue, building customer relationships, and helping organizations expand their market presence. Their job is dynamic, requiring a blend of communication skills, strategic thinking, and persistence. Preparing for a sales executive interview involves anticipating the kinds of questions recruiters will ask, understanding what they want to hear, and structuring your responses to highlight your suitability for the role. In this video, we will explore common sales executive interview questions, provide sample answers, and share practical tips to help you feel confident and well prepared. Understanding the sales executive role. A sales executive is responsible for identifying potential clients, pitching products or services, closing deals, and maintaining long-term customer relationships. Beyond selling, the role also involves analyzing market trends, meeting sales targets, and collaborating with internal teams such as marketing and customer service. Employers want to see that candidates are persuasive, customer-focused, and resilient in the face of challenges. With that in mind, let's go through some of the most common interview questions and how you can approach them. Common sales executive interview questions, with answers and tips. Question 1. Can you tell us about your sales experience? Answer. I have worked in sales for over 3 years, primarily in the retail and software industries. In my most recent role, I was responsible for managing client accounts, developing new business, and consistently exceeding my quarterly targets. For example, last year, I increased sales revenue by 20% by identifying untapped markets and building strong relationships with customers. I am confident that my ability to understand client needs and tailor solutions makes me a strong fit for this role. Tip: focus on your achievements, measurable results, and specific industries you've worked in. Employers love to hear about numbers, percentages, and real examples of success. Question 2. How do you handle rejection in sales? Answer. Rejection is part of the sales process, and I view it as an opportunity to learn. When a client says no, I try to understand their reasoning by asking follow-up questions. This helps me refine my pitch and approach for the next prospect. For instance, in one case, I lost a deal because the client felt our product was too expensive. Instead of giving up, I highlighted the long-term cost savings in a follow-up conversation, and that eventually led to a sale. Staying positive and resilient helps me move forward quickly. Tip: show resilience, optimism, and an ability to turn rejection into opportunity. Recruiters want to see that you won't get easily discouraged. Question 3. What strategies do you use to meet or exceed sales targets? Answer. I believe in combining research, planning, and persistence. Before reaching out to potential customers, I research their business needs to tailor my pitch. I also set personal micro-goals that break down the larger sales target into smaller, manageable steps. For example, if I need to close 10 deals in a quarter, I plan weekly prospecting activities to ensure I stay on track. Additionally, I follow up consistently because many sales happen after multiple interactions. This structured approach has helped me exceed my targets regularly. Tip: talk about your methods, whether it's research, planning, or consistency, and back it up with examples. Employers want to hear about a proven process. Question 4. How do you build relationships with clients? Answer. Building relationships starts with listening. I always make sure to understand a client's pain points before suggesting any solution. I also believe in maintaining regular communication, even when I'm not actively trying to sell something. This builds trust and shows clients that I genuinely care about their business. For example, I once maintained contact with a client for 6 months by sharing industry insights and helpful resources. When they were finally ready to purchase, they chose me because they trusted my commitment. Tip: highlight empathy, active listening, and trust building. Sales executives who focus on long-term relationships are highly valued. Question 5. Describe a time when you closed a difficult deal. Answer. In my previous role, I worked with a client who was hesitant to switch from their existing vendor. They had concerns about both price and reliability. Instead of pushing hard, I took the time to analyze their challenges and provided a customized proposal that clearly demonstrated cost savings and better customer support. I also arranged a trial period, which gave them confidence in our product. Ultimately, they signed a 2-year contract, which became one of the largest deals of the year. Tip: use the STAR method, situation, task, action, result, when answering behavioral questions like this. Employers want to hear about your problem-solving skills and persistence. Question 6. How do you stay motivated in a competitive sales environment? Answer: I stay motivated by setting personal goals and celebrating small wins. I also view competition as an opportunity to challenge myself rather than as pressure. For example, in my last job, I joined a team leaderboard challenge where sales reps competed for the top spot. I focused on improving my conversion rate and ended up being recognized as the top performer of the quarter. For me, motivation comes from continuously improving and proving to myself that I can achieve more. Tip: show that you thrive under pressure and have a strong inner drive. Employers want sales executives who stay motivated even when competition is tough. Question 7. How do you manage multiple clients or accounts at once? Answer: organization is key. I use a CRM system to track client interactions, set reminders, and manage follow-ups. This ensures that no client feels neglected. I also prioritize clients based on urgency and potential value. For example, when I had 10 major accounts to manage, I created a structured schedule to allocate time fairly and still left room for prospecting new clients. This balance helped me grow existing accounts while also bringing in new business. Tip: mention tools like CRM software, time management, and prioritization. This shows you can handle workload efficiently. Question 8. Why do you want to work as a sales executive in our company? Answer: I admire your company's reputation for innovation and customer satisfaction. I believe my skills in building client relationships and exceeding sales targets align perfectly with your mission to expand in new markets. I am particularly drawn to your company's focus on continuous training and employee development, as I value growth and want to contribute to a team that shares the same commitment to excellence. Tip: always tailor this answer to the specific company. Research their values, products, and recent achievements to make your response stand out. Final tips for sales executive interviews. Preparing for a sales executive interview requires a balance of confidence, strategy, and self-awareness. Practice answering questions using real-life examples and be ready to talk about both successes and challenges. Remember that interviewers are not only evaluating your skills, but also your personality, persistence, and ability to connect with clients. Dress professionally, maintain strong body language, and always demonstrate enthusiasm for the role. If you can show that you're motivated, adaptable, and client-focused, you'll stand out as a strong candidate. Conclusion: sales executive roles are competitive but rewarding for those who thrive on building relationships and achieving results. By preparing for these common interview questions and applying the tips provided, you'll be better equipped to present yourself as the ideal candidate. Approach the interview with confidence, authenticity, and examples of your past successes, and you'll leave a lasting impression on recruiters.